Hello, my name is Jacob Carter.
I'm Grace Rakoff, and we're going to be evaluating Group Five's presentation. Starting off, introduction, I gave them a 4 out of 5. Yeah, I mean, it was just an intro. It wasn't fun like the last group, but they introduced themselves. So,
Yeah, I gave them a four. They previewed the topic and then just really introduced themselves. So, I mean, intro is not super hard to mess up as long as you have it. For preparation, I give them a five. They were all knowledgeable about their topics and the slides they were presenting.
yeah, I said a 5 too. Pretty much same thing. Like they all just seemed like they knew what they were talking about. They were reading off the slides. Pretty good. Organization, I also set a 5. It all, I don't know, it was just organized. It looked clean. It was consistent. It all went together. It made sense the way that they, like the order that they did things. And yeah, 5 out of 5.
I give them a five as well. The material flowed together and their layout was presented perfect. For creativity, I gave them a four. There was a couple slides where they were really creative with the layout, and then others like that with their creative layouts, it just grabbed your attention. And some of the other layouts, it was just more standard. So I gave him a four. Could have been a five, but gave him a four.
Um, yeah, I set a 4, pretty much same reason. Some were better than others. I mean, none of them sucked, but some of them it proved that they could have done a 5, but not all. Not every single side was a 5 out of 5 in the creativity world. For meeting assignment objectives, I gave a 5. They all did a really good job explaining their things, especially Callista, when she was talking about fake news. She made it super, super clear that you need to verify your sources. Fake news sucks. And she talked about that, and everyone did stuff like that. It was really good. So 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I gave him a five. They did a good job on like how to search for certain topics, and they gave great examples throughout the presentation. So I think they met everything. I had the you made a good point there with what Calista said with fake news. So I gave him a five there. For presentation style, I give him a five. A certain example was Emma did a good job presenting the questions, like to ask yourself, and then she also uh, provided, again, she provided great questions. So I give him a five for their presentation style.
I did a 5 for that too. Yeah, I mean, it just flowed. It looked nice. Everyone, yeah, I don't know. It's cohesive. Style was good. Delivery, I did a 4. Overall, it's pretty good. There was a little bit of like presentation wise, like there were some there were some stops, there was some like reading off the screen or whatever. But I think they still did really good overall. So yeah, 4.
Yeah, for delivery, I give them a four. Like they were all engaged when speaking, and I thought they were pretty clear on their deliveries. Could have been a five. I mean, there was a glitch. There's a little glitch from like flipping the slides, but I mean that happens to basically everyone. But they threw in a little joke as a filler, which was good. For visual aids, I give them a five. They had great visual aids showing sources that you could use. And I liked Amelia's visual media slide with the bear explaining to make sure information is credible. So I gave him a five there.
Yeah, I gave them a 5 there too. They all had good pictures or graphs or whatever. It wasn't just a blank screen with words. It actually gave me something to look at while they were talking, which I appreciated. For the conclusion, I gave a 4 out of 5. It could have been a 5 out of 5 too. I mean, it was there. It wasn't like creative or fun or special, but I mean, what can you do? It's a conclusion.
I gave him a four. I mean, they just gave a recap of the topics, but not really a summary. So I give him a four there. Not too much, not too little. For the cohesiveness, I give them a five. They flowed really well together. And as a group, they did a really good job. You could see one person didn't do more than the other.
I did the same exact thing for the same reasons. You could just tell there was a lot of teamwork happening. Everyone had the same amount of knowledge on their topics. All the slides went well together. Just you could tell that they helped each other out and worked together. And I thought it was really good. Um, Overall, I guess 5 out of 5. I think it was really good. They didn't do anything wrong. There were some parts that they didn't go above and beyond, but I still thought it was really good.
Yeah, I give them 5, like you said. I'm sure there was a few parts they could have been more creative, but it was really well presented, and I think they did a good job. Probably a middle A, so I give them a 5 there.
All
All
right.
right, this is our evaluation on Group 5.